What's up, folks? It's your boy Abdul with another financial video for you guys to enjoy today. In today's video, I am going to be going over why I believe that trade is the way to go. What I mean by that is actually having some skills where you're working with these two right here, these two, your hands, okay? And the reason being is because the way the economy is going right now, with all the AI boom that's happening, you're going to want to have other skill sets. And I'm going to show you two different worlds. I'm going to show you a world where individuals have jobs, and I'm going to show you a world where individuals don't have jobs. And you're going to find that the individual that doesn't have a job took a certain path, and the individual that does have a job took a certain path as well. First, let's look at the path that the individual that's struggling to find a job took.
Surged, and some economists say businesses are now replacing entry-level jobs with artificial intelligence. Here's CBS's Ali Bauman.
Front gate.
22-year-old Michael Macaluso just earned his degree in mechanical engineering from the University of Connecticut.
Feel good?
But this summer, he's back helping manage his hometown pool. He hasn't found a job in his field despite applying for nearly 200 positions.
Did you have any expectations about what the job market would be like when you graduated?
I was told by a lot of people that I was going to get a job right out of college, and then all of a sudden, there's no jobs.
New research finds now, for the first time.
Hold on. I'm sorry, I had to pause it. That's the trend. I was told that when I go to college, I am going to find a job when I get out. They were told this before 2008 financial crisis. The individuals that graduated college during that time, they were told you're going to have a job when you get out. And guess what? They did not. I'm having a hard time speaking right now. They did not. And now you have Gen Zs, some Gen Zs, graduating college, and they're finding it hard to actually get a job.
Ever, the unemployment rate among recent college graduates has exceeded the national unemployment rate, ballooning to 6.6% over the past 12 months. Oxford Economics' Matthew Martin.
This kind of goes against what you would expect. Those with higher educational attainment usually have better employment prospects than those with less educational attainment.
Martin's team believes companies are eliminating formative entry-level jobs, the work handed over to artificial intelligence. Tech companies are leading the way.
AI is permeating every aspect of our lives.
Nariman Farvardin, the president of Stevens Institute of Technology, says his school has been preparing for the AI revolution for the last 10 years. He expects disruption throughout the workforce will be bigger than the disturbance brought on by the introduction of the internet, and it could last up to 15 years.
I think AI has the potential to either augment or maybe totally replace jobs that are physically or cognitively repetitive. These jobs are not only done by entry people. There are certain people who do repetitive things for all of their life. Those jobs are in jeopardy.
Kaylee Totlin just graduated from Stevens with her computer science degree. She did an internship with Verizon as a sophomore, and the company has now hired her.
I think something that's important with entry-level jobs is the networking and the opportunities that you make from it.
Farvardin says his message to students today is the same as it always has been: get an education that will last a lifetime.
We don't try to teach our students skills. We try to teach students a way to learn on their own for the rest of their lives.
He says workers who innovate alongside AI won't get left behind. Ali Bauman, CBS News, Eastchester, New York.
Okay, so there you have it. And this one here is leaning towards AI, replacing a lot of those entry-level jobs, causing individuals not to have jobs when they graduate college. Now, this is a common trend that you notice amongst college students that are graduating. The reality is the landscape has changed when it comes to education attainment and what it actually means. Just because you have a degree, that doesn't have that much weight anymore. As a matter of fact, employers will hire somebody 100 times over if they have the experience than someone that just graduated college with no experience. And That is the reality of the situation. I remember when I was going to college, I went to college and worked at the same time. So I had working experience. I had the jobs that I had were always people-facing experience, which means that I had to speak to people. I had to convince them, walk them through the sales process. I had to show them why this product may fit with what their needs are, and that is a human interaction, and that is a skill set that can only be learned doing the job. And so, with individuals that are graduating college and they can't find a job in this current job market, this individual applied for 200 applications. If I applied to 200 applications and got no response, yeah, I would be having a hard time. I would be having a hard time. That's depressing. And in today's day and age, I mean, that's depressing. And I will say this too, with getting a college degree. Some college degrees make sense, and some college degrees don't make sense at all. And I wish they would tell the young adults, the high school students that are getting ready to take on that student loan, to get into all that debt, like, hey, it's okay to take a year or two before you go to college. Try to figure out what you want to do with yourself, because once you graduate high school, you don't know what the hell you're doing, to be honest with you. You don't. It took me some time to actually figure out what path I wanted to take. But one thing I knew is whatever path I take, I know that I'm not going to go into debt doing it. And I mean, I graduated college. My last year of college, my car broke down because I was paying my way through college. My car broke down on the way to work, which meant that I needed to go buy a car, and the amount that I was going to use for the down payment, which was $5,000, was the same amount of my yearly tuition. And so I was like, ooh, do I buy a car or do I pay for my college courses? If I do so, I'm going to want to take out a loan for the amount. And I ended up taking a loan. It was the federal loan. And it was the one with I think it was subsidized, the one without the interest until you actually graduate. So that's the one I have. It's just $5,000. But you know, a lot of people are graduating with $20,000, $50,000, $90,000 in debt, and they don't even have a job. Now, that's their world. That's the college student that thought they were doing the right thing. And yeah, you're doing the right thing if you choose a career path that is going to be in demand. But one thing that's always going to be in demand is if you know how to work with these two right here, these two hands, not playing video games, not scrolling the internet, these two hands working to create something, fix something, you're always going to have a job. Now, let me show you the other side of this, because on the news, you're going to hear college students graduating, they don't have a job, they can't find a job, the economy is horrible and bad, and then you have another person saying, oh, I'm chilling, I'm good. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't understand what the fuss is all about. So let's see here. Let me switch to the other one real quick. All right. Let's go to the Gen Zs that are doing something.
I'm 19 years old. I do asphalt.
Hey guys, I'm at work. It's 4:41 and I leave at 5, so I gotta hurry up and get this wheel liner in.
A career in skilled trade jobs is becoming a hit amongst the unlikeliest demo, Gen Z.
Day in the life of a 20-year-old HVAC technician. Let's go.
I feel like trades are such a even playing field. As long as you know what you're doing, you have the experience and you have the ambition, you could really go anywhere in this trade.
18 to 28-year-old electricians, plumbers, HVAC techs, and more are increasingly choosing careers where they have to learn a hard skill and use their hands, because they say it provides stability without going into major debt.
You can never lose a trade education. It's something you can always fall back onto.
best thing that ever happened to me, so my experience is going good.
Let's do a quick welding job for some cash.
And many of them are turning to social media to share the ins and outs of their day jobs, garnering millions of views.
To be able to inspire people, make them do better for themselves.
I found passion helping others through TikTok find their way in the trade.
Amid skyrocketing tuition costs for more traditional colleges and fears of job security in white-collar roles, alongside the threat of AI, trade school enrollment is on the rise, with Gen Z leading the charge.
You don't have to go to college to be successful.
The number of people ages 17 to 21 with 2-year vocational degrees last year hit its highest level in more than 3 decades, doubling the rate in the year 2000.
I started out at a university. They shut down. Cost was too much, wasn't worth it. I wanted an essential job, like most Gen Zs, I'm assuming. Transitioned into trade school.
And the reason why? There's a high demand for skilled workers, but not enough people to fill the roles. There are millions of unfilled trade jobs, and according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, there are roughly 500,000 open manufacturing jobs alone. And some estimates expect that number to balloon to more than 2 million by 2033. So Gen Z, in many ways, is filling the gap.
The average age of the class is becoming younger.
Chad Phillip teaches a 3-week course at Fred's Appliance Academy in Ohio, where students travel from all over the country to learn to fix kitchen appliances.
One of the biggest things I would get from the students is that they desire to be hands-on. They don't want to sit in an office or a cubicle and do that type of work.
While many people think AI is going to hurt the future of work across industries, some experts believe it could be a good thing for the trades.
AI is going to help, not hurt, these categories. It's going to do a lot of the work that, again, people don't love doing.
Marco Zappacosta in 2018 founded Thumbtack, a platform that connects hundreds of thousands of pros to homeowners in need of home maintenance. And he's been writing about Gen Z and trade jobs for the last year, and says the role of social media cannot be understated.
2 out of 3 Gen Zers are saying that social media's increased their interest in the trades. And that's kind of like influencing them more than like teachers, siblings, extended family.
What made you want to share a bit of your journey on social media and TikTok?
Just want to get my face out there and just show the younger generation that it don't always have to be college. You can go to trade and you can make a good living.
Just to show like the next generation, like I'm 18, 19, 20 years old in these videos and I could do it, you guys could do it. There's nothing that I did was special.
All right, 4th of July on-call service call. Let's see what we got.
How does it feel knowing you have a job that is always going to be in demand in some capacity and AI can't replace it?
I sleep well at night.
I feel important in this world. People need me. People AC go out, they call me. So just feel important. You know, it feel good to have a trade under your belt, just a skill.
Marquise Francis, NBC News.
Ooh.
We thank you.
You see the both side of the story there? Do you see the happiness, the peace of mind that they have? They're not struggling. They're not running around trying to look for a job, putting in multiple applications, 200 applications, and not response. When you're dealing with trade, trust me when I say you're going to have a job. Hands down. I don't know if you guys know Mike Rowe, but if you don't know Mike Rowe, he's the person that did Dirty Jobs. One of my favorite shows was Dirty Jobs. I just loved watching it. And there was some, like, joy in watching them do that because I'm like, oh my gosh, like, these people are having fun at work. It's a hard work, but you feel good in the end. And you can see that individuals that have a skill set, a trade, they're not struggling to find a job. As a matter of fact, as you've heard, there is not enough. There's not enough individuals that are skilled in a trade to actually fill the jobs that are needed. And so the thing I love about this is the fact that social media is exposing individuals to trade jobs, just like how colleges had a major market push to get kids to go to college. And, you know, I hope there's a major market push to have kids, instead of going to college, adjust, shift into going into trades. Because once again, they said it, it's a skill set that you can never lose. Once you have it, you have it. People have homes. My HVAC went down during the summertime when it was hot. And it went down, and it was actually like a fault that happened. And guess what? I looked at the HVAC. I knew there was something wrong with it. I tried to troubleshoot it, and I was like, okay, I know it has to do with these components here, but I don't feel comfortable messing around with it. So I had to call the HVAC person to come in, and they fixed it. And a part of me was like, man, I want to have that skill set. And I want to be able to go in and actually fix it myself if I wanted to, instead of having to pay. Now, I guarantee you, individuals that have electrical skills, HVAC skills, mechanical skills, those individuals are getting paid a lot more than these college students, okay? They are getting paid a lot more than these college students. And one of the benefits, another benefit that I would say in having a skills trade is the fact that it's going to be so much easier for any of these individuals that you just saw create their own business. They can easily create their own business. They can easily train up other people. They can easily create their own apprenticeship and actually have individuals under them, training under them, and have a job right after training. But you're not going to see that in college. And on top of that, they're not saddled with student loan debt. So I think the shift needs to be, the focus needs to be, if you're watching this and you're trying to figure out, okay, what career path should I take? I'm getting ready to graduate high school, or I'm looking to change careers because the one I'm in, it's not working out for me. Look into trades. You can't go wrong. And talked about AI. There's that, like where I live, there's data centers popping up everywhere. And guess what they need? They need these individuals, the electrician, the HVAC, the plumbing. They need them to work on the buildings to bring them up. And a lot of these positions, once again, are sitting vacant because the messaging out there was go to college, go to college, go to college. If you don't go to college, you're not going to get a good job. Guess what? A lot of people went to college and they can't even get a job, let alone a good job. So I digress. That's it. I'm done. If I were to do it all over again, personally for me, if I was to do it all over again, I would still study finance, but I would get a secondary, I wouldn't even call it a secondary degree. I would get a trade and have that as another job as well. Because what is it going to hurt you to learn something new? What is it going to hurt you to learn something new? So that's it, folks. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification button because you didn't know when my next videos are going to pop. So thank you for watching. I am out.